You trying to make sure everything is all set up and everything. You can make sure though. All right. I just want to make sure because I have actually playing audio music like well not audio. I'm playing arcade lofi on my computer because unfortunately you guys can't listen to it because it's copyright mostly and the person who remixed this arcade some of the popular from season 2 popular music and everything. I don't want them to get in trouble, but their music is so good. I'm not gonna put that down low right there. Make sure of that. So yeah, make sure the Twitch channel is good. That's it. I am so sorry for the long wait. Hey Ari, how we doing? Just let everyone know I am so sorry for the late. I really had a headache. I had a really bad headache. I'm not gonna lie. My headache was killing me, y'all. And I just like literally took an hour nap and I told myself like let me just take this nap and hopefully if I feel better, I feel better soon. I'm good. I'm good. I promise. I took some ibuprofen and some I put like a cold pack on my head and everything, and I'm all good and everything. But thank you. I'm good. I feel a little bit better. Thank you. All right, I just want to make sure I got all. Just want to make sure I get all this set up and everything. But no, I promise you guys, I'm good now. I feel better. I just needed that nap. Like it's one of those days where um like you wouldn't think that thing would go wrong because I was fun. I was in a good mood. I wasn't stressed about nothing or anything like that. Basically, but then there's this headache just come out of nowhere on DMs. You DM me? I didn't saw that. Let me see. Give me a second. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Oh yeah, you did DM me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just saw it. I'm not very good with my DMs. Yeah, they were like, yes, dude. What the hell were you? I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't meant to put you on. I'll try to remind myself to DM you back later. I'll make sure I put 30 minutes before I get ready to go about it and everything. I sorry, Ari. I didn't meant to leave you hanging like that. I'm being straight honest. Like sometimes I forget to either I'm not checking or someone DM message me DM me and I will respond back, but I'm literally like squirrel. I get so distracted. And then I'm like, dang, I was supposed to do something. What was I supposed to what damn, what was I supposed to do? No, no, I'm serious. Like I feel so bad. I really do. Like that was kind of effed up of me. I really should start getting better responding to DMs better. I really should. Right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to make sure I get in all this, and we should be all set to go and everything. Like like I get. You know what, Aries? I'll owe you one. Okay. Um. Honestly, I'm gonna be quite honest. I feel like watching Arcane. You want to watch the Arcane with me? I feel like watching season one. I might binge watch. I might binge watch it. So if you're interested, just let me know. Just DM me. Let me know. I feel so bad. I really do. 'Cause I know we were supposed to hang out and everything. There we go. And then I was gonna do this. Oh, wrong. It sucks though, because I wish you guys could listen to the music that I'm listening to, but like I said, I really can't because copyright. All right, I think we're done. There we go. And make sure. I thought I got rid of that. Hmm. Okay. Update it before we get started. Because, like I said, we're gonna start jumping right into it and everything. Oh, yeah, apparently failed to load. Hopefully, it's not because of the weather. We had a rain today, so hopefully it's not because of the weather. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. Hopefully, this time I learned my lesson. Ah, man, I can't believe it. Just letting you guys know, I started this game uh, like I'm trying to remember when did I start this game? Last Wednesday. Dude, man, the progress I made. Yo, I was so mad. I can't believe it disappeared on me. Didn't I do that? There was the one time I was supposed to. Wasn't there? Oh, I don't recall. I think one time I did. I did actually. I don't. I got distracted. I think I left you hanging one time when they were in the middle of a story. So I don't recall. I do not recall. Really? Oh, you see, yo, okay. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My memory goes off sometimes. Ooh, you know what? You could be right. You could be right. You could be right. I learned. I just tell people that you could be right. Like maybe I did forget. Like I don't argue. I'd be like, because I think I'm just too busy like wondering my kill. It's a shot right now. Yeah, food, dude, man. My memory is just like off the chart right now. Honestly, because I learned my lesson such a hard way. I'm gonna make sure every time I build a park or a theme or something, I'm saving it. I was so mad because I worked so hard and it just like literally like froze on me, and all the progress I made just disappeared. All right, and I just got to start all over again. I just letting people know that I played this game when I was a kid. It was my favorite game for a very long time as a kid. I used to play this with my nephew, and we actually got my niece involved in this game. This was the game I grew up with. This is the game that before I even got a PlayStation, because at that time when I was a kid, Xbox, I think Xbox 360 was a new console at that time, was starting to become a new console at that time, but it was PlayStation, Xbox, and GameCube around that time when I was a kid, everything. So I just played that. Not Sims, nope. Mm-mm. No, that's the thing though, guys. Like I never play Sims. I never play Minecraft. None of that. Not even World of Warcraft or anything like that. I This was the game that I played. It is mainly because at that time I didn't know nothing about the games or anything. Like when my parents first got me a computer for Christmas, and it's one of those big computers. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys remember. It was like one of that big computer. It's not like the ones that we have right now. Like it was like those big giant computer that's so heavy and everything. So my parents got me that. That was my first Windows computer. But they didn't know how to get the internet service at that time. They thought if you bought the computer, there's internet, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. So I basically had to set up the monitor. And I only play on that game was space ball. And there was the arts on the windows where you could just like make your own arts and everything like that. And then there was the window player, which if you guys grew up, that's where you burn a lot of our CDs and listen to our music, and it has that cool lights and all that when it makes the beats and all that. And then there was the CD games, which again, this is the game that I bought. I remember I bought this game when I was a kid when we were at Walmart, and I saved money. So this was like around going around for like almost, at that time it was expensive, like $20. It was really expensive at that time, basically. So I remember I just saw this and I just got into this game. It was a fun game. This was the game that um when I come home and everything, I started playing this game and everything. So this was like my go-to game right here. All right. And basically right now what I'm just trying to do, I'm just trying to go ahead and just start building the because damn man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so mad. I worked so hard too. Let me see, let's spend this because I like to face it, when people coming coming in and everything. So real quick, guys, I like I said, I don't know if you were here at the beginning when I started building this and everything. So usually my game strategy when I come in to build this and everything, I want to do it the other way. Yeah, okay, yeah, this way is fine. This way is fine. And make sure I save it before it froze on me. So usually what I try to do, like I said, like I like to build a small gentle rise in the first part and everything, and I did kind of raise the price up. It's 150. Okay, we'll get it at $2. I know it's crazy expensive, but usually the strategy is that the higher it is, and if they do not complain about the rate and anything, and then once they do complain about the rate, then I can bring down, the cents and all that. Oh, let's go. Give me one second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. That's my niece's dog. We've been having that dog for such a while, for a long time already. Okay, let me see. Maybe she can put on some music. I want to make it look nice and everything. I think I might. I think you know what? I'm gonna do like a. There we go. I like this. I like it. 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 I'm like what I'm doing so far. So yeah. So this is like usually my game strategy. It's like I always will build the gentle ride first, mainly because again, it's like once I built more rides, because usually the game plan is always for me how I create these parks and everything, how I do it. I built the gentle ride first, and then around the gentle rides, I would build like some of the excited rides, and then I built outward is the big roller coaster rides and everything, because that's going to be a bigger space basically. So that's always been my strategy how I go about and do this and everything. And I got the end of October to finish this. All right, let's see here, and then we're going to do. Do I want to make a car ride? And then I gotta think about the cost for it too. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make a car ride. Like maybe you know what? Maybe I can raise this up a little bit. There we go. Let's see where I put that. There we go. But honestly, Eric, I wasn't joking when I say that. Like, let me know because I was thinking about bench watching Arcane, and if you want to watch it with me, I can, try to set up something that we can watch it. There we go. Here. Do you want to put it this way? Sure. I mean, I'll put it there. It's no big deal. I'll put that in there. Oh, wait. First, let me save it. Let me save it. Let me save it because I am not starting over the progress all over again. That one time wasn't enough for me. One time was enough for me. So with this one, you know what? Okay, it's gonna be risky. But I'm gonna do it $5. I'm gonna do it at $5. Let's see. Let's see what the people will say with that. You know what? I'm gonna do this as a jungle though. Let's change the music to the jungle. Oh, it's a Jurassic style. I guess we could do a Jurassic style. This would be okay. It's okay. We can do that. Let me see. Let me do a little. Let me do this test ride and all that. You know what? I want to go ahead and change this. We'll change it with this. The trick is also too because the more you make the theme park, the easier people gets. Your customer gets so lost. I always try and change the path, the footpath basically, so that we can help them know the difference at times. All right. You know what? No, 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 no. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's take that out. and this out because you know what? You know what? I got an idea. I got an idea. I got an idea. Because what we want to do here is that we want to also we want to keep them there, and best way to keep them there is with food. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the fruity ice cream one though. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that, and of course we gotta open up the bathrooms. Funny story. There was this one time, me and my nephew, we were such a we charged them. I think it was like 10 cents. We charged them to use the bathroom. We were curious. We wanted to see like I mean would they actually pay to surprisingly half of them did pay. I guess if you gotta go, you gotta go. But we were such an evil business person. Oh, I got the Ferris wheel. Cool, cool. We can get started on the Ferris wheel in a minute. I remember what I say too, guys. Like you also want to make sure you got the trash bins, because you got to keep this park nice and clean and all that. Oh shoot, I meant to put that right there. Yeah, we'll put that there. Now we just there we go. You know, and then what I do here, yeah, I like to make it look nice. So I might put a tree right next to it. What tree do we want to put in there? You know what? Let's put this in here since we're kind of like right next to the jungle right there. Ooh. I like it. Okay. Let's see what else we can do here. We can also do the Ferris wheel. Let's do the Ferris wheel. Oh, first let me save my progress. Listen, one time it was enough scar for me. I worked so hard, dude. That was so much, man. I was so mad. That really got me upset. All right, let's just change this up here. Okay, let's put it. You know what? Let's put it right here. Let's put it right here. So that way I can make the entrance here. Boom. What did I say? That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then again, we're gonna go ahead and do this the same thing. Oh, we got the canvas though. Do we want to do the canvas tent? Nah. Let's go do this. And let's change this to maybe red. And let's change this to maybe. We want to keep it as red. Maybe we want to keep it as red. How about we change this to yellow? Nah, let's go with red. Let's go with red. Let's just go with that. All right, and for this, let's do this at 250. 250 for Ferris wheel. There we go. Let's make sure we got music. We got some music playing here. Yeah, we do. All right. And then we're gonna go over here, and we're just gonna do a test run. And you know what? It actually got me an idea. Okay, give me a second, guys. It actually gave me some good idea here. What we're gonna do here. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna build this. All right, and then we're going to expand this out just a little bit. Maybe add one more here. Here we go. You know, and what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make like a small little garden around here. So let's do that. So give me one second. So my idea, again, believe it or not, I like to beautify things. So we're just gonna make a small, make a like, small little garden here, basically. We're gonna just put some stuff here. Then we're gonna put maybe some bushes here. I don't like that one. Let's change it up with this one. Ooh, let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. I like this one better. I like this one better. There we go. There we go. See, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The reason I haven't put nothing on this one yet because I'm thinking about putting something right over there. And then we're gonna do here. We're gonna add some trees here. So let's add some trees. So you know what we're gonna add here? We're gonna do the cherry blossom trees here. We're gonna do it like this, like that. And maybe just one more for over here. There we go. There we go. All right, nice, nice, nice. And then we're gonna go ahead and just add some, just some benches over here. That way they can kind of chill out in here. Honestly, I'll tell you guys, like people will love to see beautiful attraction. So just putting some thoughts into doing something like this will go along with the way. All right, let's make sure we put some, trash over here. What? Let's also maybe add some light bulb, just for it to bring the aestheticity into it this little bit, just a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. See, there you go. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So then we're gonna get started on the exciting rides now. There we go. So we're gonna get started on this. And so far, I only spent like what? I still got 3,000. All right, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Gonna maybe build it. You know what? I mean, I was thinking about building over there, but you know what? I think I prefer it over here. Yeah, let's build it right there. Let me save my game progress. All right, and then yeah, we're gonna save this. All right, all right. Oh, I was trying to look for the entrance. All right, there we go. And then for the exit, we'll probably put it right over here. You know what? Let's go ahead and put it over here, just for the sake of it. Again, like I said, we're gonna change this up. Again, I'm just gonna go with this. I just like the up sharp. I don't know why. So neat. Oh, let's give it a that. You know what? Let's change the color. Let's match it. Let's match it. Boom. Beautiful. Let's add some music in there. Let's maybe do some techno music in here. There we go. Techno style. Okay, and let's look at the cost here. Let's go with this 350. And again, like I said, my game goal will always would be to with the prices and everything. The higher it is, I can change it. That's no problem. It's no big deal. I'd rather change it so that way I know that at least I'm not devaluing the rides and all that basically. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And then we're gonna get started with the next ride, which is gonna be the Pirates. I'm thinking maybe let's see here. I don't mind putting it in here. Maybe I can put it a little further down. Ah, that's too far down. I don't want to go that too far down. Put it right here. And we'll put it over here, and we'll put the entrance right here. Right, beautiful, beautiful, right close to it. So with this one, I maybe might change it. I maybe might do the. I maybe might change this. What I want to do, I want to do the logging cabin. Let's go with the logging cabin. I kind of feel more the theme of it. And let's see. Oh, perfect, pirates. That's perfect. Makes more sense that way. And for this one, we'll also do 350 for this one too. There we go. There we go. Oh no, not 360. Trying to cheap amount of money. Extra 10 cents. Okay. Let's go ahead and yeah, I'll get this started too. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this too. There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful done. There we go. Beautiful. So what we're gonna do here is that we're probably also what we're gonna build along this. Let me see. Like I said, let me save it. I want to at least try to get this open around May. so that we can start making some money back and everything. And then, of course, we can start making the roller coaster. For this one, let me go ahead and just quickly build some food stands here, and then we'll get started on the creating the roller coaster. I might have to take out some loan. That's the thing, though. You gotta be careful with the loans because if you use loan to just buy the bigger um, roller coaster, it's gonna drain you real quickly. So you have to really be careful when you're doing that. Usually, I mean, you can do that. You can buy the biggest roller coaster. Just invest all that into that specific roller coaster. But you gotta be careful because the bigger they are, the more money you gotta the more. Well, I'm sorry, the bigger the roller coasters are, and depending how much you have to pay for it, then you have to pay back all of that loan back and everything. All right, okay. Burger joint here. Then we're gonna get the drink. And of course, we gotta get the bathroom in a minute. Bathrooms really important, guys. I cannot stress that enough how important they are. They are your do and die. There we go. Use the source. There we go. Beautiful. Then, like I said, we need the bathroom, so I'll go ahead and get. You know what I might do? I might go ahead and just get another one. Because after this, I'm gonna go ahead and hire some staff, and we'll go around the way. Oh, we got the login fine. Okay, like I said, let me save my progress. Last time was some. God, I'm not gonna bring this up. I was so mad. Okay. All right, we're cool. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Good, 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 good. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. There we go. Okay. Then we're gonna get the trash. Trash is very important, guys. Like, don't you really please don't forget the trash. My nephew didn't believe me one time. He just like I'm just gonna put a few trash. Oh, how quickly he changed his tune. All right. So for the handymans, do about three handymans and two lawnmowers. All right, and then like I said, we're gonna go here. This one's going to mow on the grass only. All right, and then same thing with this one. We're just gonna have him only do the mowing grass. All right, for the handyman, let's get three. Because remember, you're paying the handyman. You're paying your staff too. All right, and then security guard. We'll do three for security guard too. And then we'll do one for the entertainment. And we're gonna change this into tiger because I like tigers. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, I just like tigers. I was that kid. Oh, I was gonna say like, where is he? Man, no, I didn't drop him in. All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and open up because, like I said, it's already June, and if I remember correctly, I have to hit the quota. There we go. So everything should be all set and ready to go. Now let's go ahead and open up the park now. You know what? So fun fact here, guys. So right here where it says the admission price here free. It's so funny because in the older version, like I said, you're talking to someone who played this game for when I was a kid. So in the admission, um, usually you can charge them for the admission to come in and everything. I think me and my nephew We went crazy with that because I think the highest you can go the admission ticket price was $60 basically. So we always put it at $60 basically. Of course, there's pros and cons mainly, and the con one is that if people feel like that's too high, because usually sometimes a penny on the customer, that's all they have is $60. So I remember when I got this game on my phone and I saw this because I was like, okay, let me go to the admission price, and it says free. I'm like, oh, okay, well we're doing that. I guess we're doing that. So that was kind of like a fun, like, oh, that's a different change moment right there. Okay, let's save this real quick. There we go. All right, so let's just go over here and yeah, no, I'm not making a lot of my profit, but I am looking for is there we go. I was looking for this normal funding. So with this, usually I don't mind keeping it on normal funding, but that's $200 per month, and that's gonna really eat out of me. So we're gonna do just the minimal funding for now. Basically, you gotta think that um, just saving enough money so that way we can make some profit. Basically, so I don't want to go crazy because the maximum funding that's like $400 per month, basically. So with the minimum, it's $100, so it's not something that's gonna eat out of my budget, basically. I don't like I said, like once I make more money, I start paying back some of my loans and everything, that I'll go to maximum funding. But that's one of those things where it's like, I have to make sure I think ahead of this. All right. I can see how much that ate out of it. It was 400, now it went to 186. All right. So with this one, if I remember correctly with the loan, um I can go up 20, I think it's 25,000, 25,000. So I think if I remember correctly. Because in this game, 10,000 is your maximum, it's always an automatic loan that you're going to get no matter what, basically. So you can always get more. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to 5,000. So we got to pay back 15,000 loan plus interest, 10%, 10% interest per year, basically. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be lots of fun. Oh my gosh, my computer's acting up on me. So let me save this. Yes, save it. Ooh, I was gonna get so mad if I did this again. All right, let's get back. See, I don't know why it says that, but I'm not gonna fight with that. All right. So with that being said, now you see we got already our customer going in and everything. Let's see what they say. All right. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go ahead and try to market it now. Let's see here. We want to mark. We're gonna advertise it hard. We'll do it for it's only 7,000. So we're going to do this for 2 weeks only. All right. We're gonna save this. Yes. Okay. Let's come over here and let's go ahead and look up some roller coaster. We're gonna do the mango punch. Yes, look at that. It fits perfectly. It fits beautifully here. Let's put it right here. Boom, baby. All right. So with this one, I want to go up to $10 right here. Because like I said, like I'm not I the thing is though is that it has to be reasonable. If I try to say $20, I think the maximum with this $25. I know that they're not going to pay $20 for a junior roller coaster. So $10, in my opinion, is reasonable. But if they don't feel reasonable, then hey, I can bring it down. It's like one of those things that we're always seeing those game show, like $10, 15, negotiate basically. All right, let's see. All right. Okay, I think we're ready to open. Let's go ahead and open up to the public. There we go. So let's see what they say. There you go. See, it just take one person. That's all it takes. It just take one person, and already, you see, that's all it takes. It just takes one person. There let's go ahead and save this. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna be so obsessed with saving this constantly. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Okay, I haven't seen you going to the Ferris wheel, so we're gonna bring this down to 150. But again, like this is a gentle ride, so not all them will go crazy with it. See, like with the sliding one, they got no problem paying $2. But with this one, I kind of feel like I could bring that down. Let me see here. We'll talk about this. Okay, so we did have some people with this one. More thrilling. Okay, yeah, a lot of people are coming to here, but hopefully that kind of bring that down. That'll get them options since it's less, costs. I think. All right, all right. While we're doing that, let's add something. Let's add something in here. Maybe we could add. Ooh, perfect. We can add a couple fruit trees here. Boom, 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 and boom. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. I just let you guys know that this is like kind of like an unknown or like a kind of like a mystery which I never get, but this is what you get. I mean, you can put this there. I kind of feel like it's mostly just for a fun attraction where you can just kind of bring in just for the fun of it. Remember, it's not only just the park ride. It's also the theme and the look around. People who just like to search around. That's finished. Cool. All right. We need to get, if I remember correctly, what was the ejection? What's the ejection I had to get? 250 within the year, and it has to be 600 rating. All right, let's look at the rating here. Okay, so I got the rating. I just need to get another 100, if I remember correctly. And yeah, another 100 people in there. Okay, and we're in July. June, July, August, September, October. I got 3 months. I think I can do it in 3 months. All right, let me go ahead and save this. Yes. Let's see here. Let's change rotation here. Okay. All right then. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Because we have the log cabin already here, which is about. I'm kind of waiting for it to. Did that, did that, did that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna like let it sit here for a while. We're just gonna moderate a little bit. Yeah, because a lot of them go into the roller coaster. See, that's what I always try to do. Like, again, like I always like to keep the gentle ride up front first, and then I put the exciting round next to it basically, and then I put the fun, the high cost prize in the back basically. Just I kind of think of it how I kind of think of it as like as a main event attraction basically. That's what I always think about it. Oh my god, I put 10. Oh hey, I told you they'll pay. The fact that they paid $10.10. Shoot, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. And this one's doing so good so far. The jump car ride. You know what's so cool? So I remember when I passed the level and everything. That there is a go kart and everything. Oh my god, guys! I was going crazy when I found that go kart. I was like, what? This has a go kart? Like I said, um, Big Pit didn't really pass a lot of. I was like that. So adult LK is kind of figuring out a lot of stuff that I wish I got to see and experience as a kid, but that's okay. Not everything. It takes time. It takes time. So I lived through that. So there we go. You got to keep it nice and clean, nice and clean. That's all. That's the important. Keep keep your stuff nice and clean. Like I said, we're gonna just like a little chill. We're gonna save the two. So one time was enough. There we go. Let me see here. I might bring the miracle ride, and we do have someone who's on the miracle ride. It's so funny. Like if you want to follow them, you can follow them, and it's so funny because it's like you read their mind where they say like it feels like someone is watching me, and to me, it's just always so funny to me. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna probably add some seats here. Yeah, see those toys do type people are in certain rides. So far, the mingle and the racings is having a lot of people, mostly a lot of people, which is understandable. Understandable. Okay, we're gonna go over here. Like I said, we're gonna put some more here. Information kit. All right. So the information kit is really important, guys. I cannot stress that enough how important that is. So what I like to do for the information one, I like to put it like closely up front. I guess to me, it's like it's in a sense that hey, this is your first, that should be your first entrance. There we go. We're gonna put that right there in the middle. I like to put it right there in the middle. There we go. I'm gonna put it right here. Beautiful. You see, beautiful. And you know what? We're gonna change that. What's so cool about that? You can change the umbrella. We're gonna do this teal color. I like the teal color. Something a little different. Let's see here. Yep, same price as the route. I forgot to do it for the other one, but hey, we're cool. Oh my god. It sucks because I wish I could put music on here, but I can't. Like I said, it's copyright, and I can't get no strikes. I'm trying not to get no strike. Let's see here. What am I looking for? Oh, I see now they're buying for the rains and all that. What sucks though, and what I hate about the rain is that how much, like for example, roller coaster rides, they don't mind riding the roller coaster, but they do not want to ride during the rain and all that. But and I know right now there are still people in line and all that, but you won't get too much right now because of the roller coasters. I always hate that. Okay, so good news is it's August, and I got the quote. I just gotta make sure I keep it that way. Let's see, let me check here real quick. Yeah, it's 8:30, and I got 285. Ooh. Hopefully, it doesn't make them leave. I mean, if they leave, I want to make sure that more people are coming in and everything. You see, there you go. Now they're going on the miracle ride. I haven't seen anyone on the Ferris wheel so much. Only 6 people on the Ferris wheel. Okay, at least I'm seeing somebody on the Ferris wheel. That's what matters. Dang, dude, this is what I'm saying. Like, that's why I hate the rain. Like I said, like, yeah, it's a gamble when you're buying the roller coaster. I only will invest to a bigger roller coaster, mostly once I start making some money, basically, because now I'm getting back some financial income now back. Let's see here. Just remember, we gotta pay back the loans too. Let's see here. Anything? Yep. Nope. All right. All right. I mean, I could get the bigger roller coaster. Let's see here. So what I will have to do, I have to put it over here though. Let's see here. And I don't want to go crazy with the cost, so let's see what they got. I'm telling you guys, I was so surprised that I see some of the Six Flags roller coasters are in here. Let me see. I think there was one that wasn't too crazy. Yeah, there we go. It was the wood chip one. Okay, but that was a little bit bigger though. Let's go here. Let's go over here. We got Black Widow. I'm looking at the cost though. That's the thing I'm kind of looking at. Because again, it's investment. I'm investing into getting, a roller coaster in here. I gotta get the fire trap though. It's 8,000 though. I don't want to spend that 8,000 too much. Here. Okay, this is not bad. It's 6,000. Which one is this? Microphobic. Okay. This one's not bad. It's just 7,000. But again, I'm also got to think of the design too. 'Cause I can't get anything too big. Giant Texas, Tender. Mm, it's still 10,000 though. I don't want to go crazy with that one either. Okay. Because it looks like I'm gonna go up to almost 4,000. And I don't want to spend too much. I always want to make sure I have the money too. Okay, this one was 7,000, and the one that's 6,000. Okay, you know what? We'll go with this one. Let's go get some loan. Let's go at 10,000 right there. We're gonna invest into this. I told you. There we go. I wonder if I can put it over here. Make it up a little bit up here. Maybe I can put it here. That way you can make it. I can make it do a walk around. There we go. So let's see here. Can I change this? Yes, I can. Perfect. Perfect. We do 2 train tracks. We do 7. And all right, we'll do 6 then. That's fine. I can live with it. And then, like I said, we're gonna go maybe let's like so. Let's go to the highest. All right. Maybe I should just hold it down. So I'm just clicking it. All right. Let's see. Okay. Then I need to change this. We're gonna go to the pathway. Let's do it. Think here. All right, and then we're gonna change this to over here. There we go. This up. All right, we're gonna change this around so you can see here. It's funny though, because I'm trying to remember how to use the button. We go ahead and open it to the public. And let's do this. The other side too. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. Let's see. Put this safe. Because like I said, like one time was enough. I'm not going through that experience again. Right here. Yeah, I see. All right. So we'll do here. We'll bring this down. Let's see. Okay, 650. All right. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, well, if you put it at like a $10 or anything like that, and if you try to increase it, sometimes they will go back to that. Basically, it's better to go ahead and just increase it right now, so that way they'll pay for it. And then if it to them feel like it's getting too expensive, then you can just lower it down. There we go. Ferris wheel broken down. Where is my handyman? Go ahead, and just get more handymans. Let me go ahead and hire more handymans here. Oh, I didn't meant the handymans. I meant the technician. I meant the medics. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get to the bathrooms. Because we're gonna make a bathroom, might as well make it to the pathway. Put that one right there. Then this one, we're gonna make it right here. Yeah, okay, right here. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. 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 All right. Yes. And then what we're gonna do here, gonna pretty this up. Let's put a sidewalk here, or not a sidewalk, a chair here, a chair here, a chair here, a chair here, and a chair here. Maybe put a chair here and a chair here. You know what? We'll put some right there. And then we'll put some of this in here. Put some trash cans in here. There we go. Put some right here. Put some right there. We're gonna put some right there. And you know what? Let's go ahead and build some attraction here. Let's put some here too. I'll build the house. Let's see if we can build it right here. Ooh, perfect. Beautiful, man. I like to build, like a theme around the park, around the ride itself. Just makes it more aesthetics, in my opinion. Okay, let's see here. We're kind of making some money back, so let's go ahead and put back 2,000. And what was I? Oh, here we go. All right, and then switch it around. Yes, perfect. Beautiful. You see? And then we're gonna like put this over here. Here, right there, and let's put some, barrels. Let's put some barrels around, put some right there, right here. Put some barrels over here too. Put right there. Yes. Perfect. Put some barrels over here too. For the junk, we can put some junk right here. You know what? You know what? Let's put some of that tree. This type of trees. Yes. Kind of feel like it goes better with the. There we go. Put some tree right here. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Let's save it. And we're gonna let it do its thing. We're gonna let it run itself. Oh my god, beautiful. This is actually pretty coming up pretty good. Oh, I'm not gonna play one big. It's actually coming out really good than I expected to. There we go. All right, let's see if we get some leading guys out here. You know what? Let's go ahead and hire another entertainer. Let's do another tiger, and then we're gonna go ahead and do elephant too. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Let's go back here. There. Honestly, I'm just trying to bring down the loan as quick as not as quick as possible. I want to bring down the loan before I want to invest more into putting more rights and all that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, we got another roller coaster. Let's see. All right, what we got here? And like I said, we don't want to spend a lot. So I wonder. Oh, that's not bad. I can get that. That's not bad either. So, let me see the excitement. Okay, this one's got more excitement though. This one's got 5.9. So the only reason why I got this one because it's from a Six Flags. So that's the only reason why I got it. Mm, it's so funny. Do I want to get this stingray or do I want to get this? Mm, okay, you know what? Okay, well, for now, we'll go with the stingray. Well, let me check over here. to make sure because I have an idea. Let's see here. Okay, right here is not so bad. Okay, let's do this and let's, you know what? Let's 50-50. Let's go with that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get some music. Check here. Yeah. All right. Then we're gonna change. Let's change this to. There we go. I'm gonna change this into. Oh, I did it! Congratulations! Not the highest value that I wanted, but I'll take it. Okay, so now that we got this out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and just chill and have fun with this now. There we go. Thank you. All right. Let's save it though, because I learned my lesson. I'm not doing this all over again. All right. Maria. Oh yes. I was gonna say, where's the? Oh, she's mírale. It's right here the entire time. There we go. I was looking at the cover. There we go. Let's go ahead and open it then. And we'll do it this way too. And you know what we'll do here too? We'll go ahead and add another food chain over here. So for this one, we'll put it right here. Then this one, we'll add some drink here. All right, so we'll go down to 1250 then. Let's see. There we go. So what we're gonna do, like I said, once again, we're gonna make this a little bit pretty. And we can put a small little trees over here. You know, just something small, nothing crazy. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put the bathroom over here too. Save this too. There we go. Perfect. All right, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, man. I will never ride a ride like that. No. First you're going up and then you're going backwards. No, thank you, man. No, thank you. Look at that. Heck no. No, thank you, man. I will not do that. You cannot pay me enough to do that. Yeah, we're just gonna let it sit for a while. See what I say? You see 1250. Not a bad idea. And it's so funny because if it's like a new roller coaster, they'll totally forget about the bigger one. All right, let's see if we can start bringing down the little bit more because we're at 7,000. So let's do that. Let's do that. There we go. What I'm telling you guys, like once you're bringing down the loan more, it gets so much easier. Okay, let's see. We gotta get some more people. So I'm gonna go ahead and advertise the park. Yep, for 2 weeks. Maximum. Like 2 weeks. Yeah. Let's save this. There we go. Oh, let's see. Gonna just kind of like let it sit for a second. That's what you have to do. Sometimes this game is like it is a patient game. Like sometimes you gotta sit with it. You gotta let it, run its course and do its own thing. Here, I just so used to doing mostly playing this game on my controller that I forgot that I gotta do with. Throw up. Let's see. It's so crazy the amount of handyman you have to pay. Let's see, how many mechanics do I have? I'm gonna do hard one more. Same for the security guard. Let's go ahead and hire two more for the security guard. We're getting a little bit more people here. Believe it or not, like there's a limited when it comes to getting security guards and all them. Okay, with this one, we can get one panda bear. We're just gonna get one panda bear over here. Hey, Sir Walter, how we doing? I don't know if you used to play this game, Sir Walter. Was my game when I was a kid. This is all I played on my computer. And believe it or not, I played this. I started this one last Wednesday, and oh my god, dude, doing good and chilling. That's cool, man. I was worried for a second because I wasn't feeling so good. I had like a headache, but I took an hour nap. That's why I jump in here a little later than usual. I just took an hour nap, man. I need an hour nap. Headache is such a oh, crap, man. Let's see here, man. Let's see. Okay, I think we're pretty good right there. Let's check over here then. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. Okay. Ooh, dude. Oh, really? Oh, so you play Sims? Okay. Yeah, because Ari asked me if I play Sim. No, so I never play Sim before. I think no, I'm not sorry. No, I think the one game for the Sim I did play was on the mobile game app basically, but I never played the classic one. I know you have to be there for the classic one, but that's because my mom and my dad they didn't know to play those servers or anything like that, you need the internet service, or you have to buy the CD because at that time you have to, it's on the CD ramp basically. I'm pretty sure you're recalling everything. So I remember one time I saw it. Oh, that's cool. That's nice of you. That's very nice of you. Yeah, I don't play it so much anymore. Oh, you play the Sims 4? Oh, can you? Okay, I know you don't play too much, but can you give me like my understanding with that? Like, did they just like update and everything? Because I kind of feel like it's the same with the Sims and everything. Like, I know like for the roller coaster tycoon, there's other games of it too and all that, but I'm so used to the classic, which that's what I'm playing and everything. So I never bother touching the others basically. So I'm just kind of curious. Let's see. Gotta clean this up right here. Oh, actually, he is cleaning it up here. That you might know more about the. Oh, okay then. Yeah, if Deku ever jumps, remind me to ask him that because I'm curious. I never know the difference. That's why. There we go. I feel so weird because sometimes like making sure that they're cleaning. I'm just making sure that they're sweeping it up and everything. And it listens to added aging tool. Oh, oh, okay, okay, okay. I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess you could say that kind of makes sense. Let's bring this down to 10,000. There we go. Go ahead, just chuck that whole thing down. All right, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I never played. I never played. Um, let's see. I never played The Sims. I never play. I think I already mentioned this before. I never played the Minecraft, and I never played World Warcraft. Is there something else I'm missing, um, Walter? Sir Walter? I kind of feel like I'm missing some other old classic CD-RAM games that I can't think at the top of my head. Because the only one I do recall was the RollerCoaster Tycoon. I don't play 3 or 4. Oh, okay. So okay, it was The Sims, Minecraft, World Warcraft, and RollerCoaster Tycoon was one of them. I feel like I'm mentioning something else. Shoot, I don't recall. Oh, it's gonna bother me all day. Yeah, I don't recall. But I can tell you that besides the roller coaster and tycoon, I don't know if you remember, but I used to play the actually I think I still got it. I think it's here somewhere. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I still got it here. I'm gonna like let it there for a moment. Let us do this thing. All right, all right. Oh, oh, you do play Minecraft back when you was. Oh, okay. So you used to play Minecraft. See, I don't know if you told me I should give it a try, but honestly, I'm so used to playing this version, Roller Coaster Tycoon, really because I'm more familiar with it basically compared to Minecraft. I mean, I might dab on it a little bit, but I think right now I just want to focus on this. Mm. So real quick, funny. So besides the Roller Coaster Tycoon, because like I said, when I was a kid, my parents didn't know anything about the internet, and by the time you have to buy the CD-RAM games and all that, so I remember I saved money to buy this game. I bought Ghostmaster, and I don't know if anybody knows Ghostmaster. I don't know if you ever played that game before, also Walter. But I would say this: back in that time, there was Pokemon. Pokemon is always going to be around, basically, guys. But unfortunately, I guess unfortunately for you guys, but me, I feel more in love with Yu-Gi-Oh compared to Pokemon. Vanilla. Oh, really? Yeah. You see, I didn't know anything about this. Like, legitly, I was like maybe 10. I think I was, if I remember correctly, I was around 10 years old. My parents bought me my first computer, that big computer, long time ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you remember what was that big ass computer and all that. Yo, okay. Dude, okay. So this is the old classic CD gram of the Yu-Gi-Oh one. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this was my jam. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! The Destiny. This was a PC CD RAM. This was man. So besides this game, when that one came out, I was obsessed with that game. I played that game and everything. Um, right now I can't. Right now I don't play with it so much, but I still keep it. A red eye dick. Oh, you have the. Oh, you have the red eyes black dragon. Do you have the summon skull? Now I'm curious. My nephew, he was a Blue Eyes White Dragon fan. He loved Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like Cyril Kuiper was his main character. Oh, okay. So you do have some skull. Oh, okay. I was gonna say because that was one of my funnest, coolest memories. That when Joey Wheeler and Yugi Moto combined their Red Eyes and Summon Skull together. What was it? The Red Eyes Summon Skull. I forgot the name of it, but man, that was so badass when they made that one. But my nephew, he fell in love with Blue Eyes All Dragon, so he made it his mission to always to try to get the three of them, so he get the Monster Fusion, and he was trying to get the Ultimate Blue Eyes Dragon card. That was his main mission. My nephew was so obsessed with that. Me, I was a Summer Skull. I prefer Summer Skull. I don't know. I think because it looks so cool and everything, so I always have that one. Oh, do you? Oh, don't tell my nephew. What was it? That's my nephew. Even let me see. Do you recall? Let me see if you recall this. When the Yu-Gi-Oh! The first movie came out, there was the trading card for Pyramid of Light and the Blue Eye Shiny Dragon. Oh, did you? Ooh. See, I couldn't find no one to play Yu-Gi-Oh! In my high school or anything like that, or none of that. Basically, a lot of it was mostly a Pokemon. I was surrounded by Pokemons. The only one who I could play Yu-Gi-Oh was my nephew. That was the only one I could play card game was with him basically. And I remember me and him, we were trying to get the Pyramid of Light and the Blue Eye Shiny Dragon. Those were the two main ones. Of course, of the other three, if I remember correctly, was the other three cards too, but we didn't care about those three. My nephew was trying to get the Blue Eye Shiny Dragon. Man, he went up and down like he was trying to get that one. Let me see. And then we were trying to get the three Egyptian god cards. Oh my god, that was so hard to get because my poor mother. I love my mother. Listen, I love my mother, and the fact that she tried her best for me and everything, I appreciate it. But I guess what she didn't know, because we go to the flea market when I was a kid. We always go to the flea market, so of course, you know. That's, no way! Are you serious? That's not. I'm so sorry that happened. That's so effed up. That is so messed up. That should be a penalty right there. That's so effed up. Don't be stealing people's card games because that's expensive. Like even try to get the original one is hard enough already because my mom didn't know that in the flea market those were the fakes Yu-Gi-Oh cards that she was getting basically. They're not the original artistic one basically. She just got the ones that just like that. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. But you can tell the difference because it's shiny basically. So they're not the real version basically. Someone just kind of like just copy and paste it and just create their own version of the Yu-Gi-Oh card basically. So my poor mom, she bought those. She bought like the whole set. Like, oh look, mira mija, I got you some Yu-Gi-Oh card because I know you like Yu-Gi-Oh. And I really couldn't say nothing mean because she, you know, because the person ripped her off a lot of money for that actually. Because believe it or not, guys, those Yu-Gi-Oh card deck were expensive. Because in this they came with a can and all that. And then man, I feel so bad. My mom bought that. I'm like, I couldn't tell her no. So I'm like, oh mom, that's great. Thank you. I love you. That's amazing. My poor mom. She was amazing though. Yeah, it was. Especially if in a, in the 2000, like back in the 2000, not. if you were a Yu-Gi-Oh or a Pokemon, you were labeled as a nerd and all that basically. But now with the new generation, that changed a little bit now. Not a little bit, but it changed now where you know people kind of know like, oh, are you a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, or are you a Pokemon fan, or are you a Blade fan, or are you? I think there was another one I forgot. But anyway, so it was genuine, and I just told like, yeah, mom, that's great, thank you, I love it. So it came from a genuine place, the fact that she hear me constantly talking about it. She even I don't know if you guys remember this. I think maybe Soul knows about it. So she even got me the Shoujin Jump magazine, basically. Oh, you serious, dude? I bet that was almost a fortune right there to get. See, back in the time, guys, usually you can trade your cards with somebody else. My nephew did that. So he wanted the Dark Magician. So he had Red Black Dragon, uh, Sword Revealing Light, and I think Monster Reborn. And the kid had the Dark Magician, and my nephew wanted it. So they literally had to negotiate a card trade just for him to get the Dark Magician, you know, because he also wanted to get a Dark Magician girl, but man, he was asking too much because he was asking my nephew that I'll give you the Book of Spell, Dark Magician girl, and Dark Magician for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. My nephew's like, nope. My nephew's like, nope, ain't that ain't happening. Oh my God, we are done with that. I look at that. I own no loans no more. See, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's a waiting game. I should did so bad. So I owe no loan. Oh my God, that's good news. I own no loans to nobody now. But yeah, so I remember that. I never traded with anything. Bullets became that for a while. Yeah, it did. Especially when the episode where Sento Kaiba combined it as the ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's when it became that's when it really hit the popularity, which I can understand why, because that was a pretty cool. It was a pretty cool. It was the strongest monster. Pretty cool design and all that. But I was more into some skull. I don't know why. I think he's like I said, like I think he just looked pretty cool to me as a kid. So I was like, oh man, I'm really get to some skull. I mean, in the real life game, wow, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I think it's cause I'm not paying that much. Okay, I can bring that down now. Let's bring this down to maybe $15. All right, cool. So I'm not losing too much value from there. What else? What else? What else? What else? But honestly, I'll tell you this to everybody else. The only show I watched from the UK was the original one. Oh, yeah, they do it? No, I'm still creating cards to support. I mean, I know when them try and making new Yu-Gi-Oh shows. I mean, I didn't really watch too much of the Yu-Gi-Oh show. The only Yu-Gi-Oh show I watched was the original one. That was it for me. I just like I couldn't get into the GX one to be quite honest. You know, um, it's just something I wasn't kind of vibing with or anything. And then of course there was the what was the Yu-Gi-Oh 5D, which I think that was kind of like okay, so we're combining motorcycle with cards. Okay, whoever runs it are both. Exactly, the original was the best. But honestly, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I rather watch the Japanese version. The Japanese version was way better than the English version. But of course, for kids, they got to take out some stuff out. There, if you see the Japanese version, there was some stuff in there I didn't know they had until they censor it so heavily. So, yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, like Like maybe if I just like just take a moment and just sit down and watch it. But man, I just grew up with the original one. I prefer the original one. I'm not gonna lie. I even think that CW actually did something like a I don't want to say like a standalone, but there was like the Yu-Gi-Oh. It was like a short. It was like a short season. It wasn't. It wasn't even. It wasn't like that long or anything. I think it was just kind of like a season they made just to kind of fill in the space gap before they were finishing up with the final season for the Yu-Gi-Oh. Basically, but I don't know, I forgot the name. I think it was like was it Duel Monster? I think it was Duel Monster. I don't remember. Ugh, it's been a while, but dude, honestly, are you serious? I did not know that. Also, last season of the GX. Wow. Okay, if first one is Duel Monsters. Or, let me recall me if I recall. Let me know if I'm remembering this correctly. If I remember this correctly, because this is okay. So to all the kids out there, I'm saying all the kids because I know Sir Walter probably remember this. We used to wake up uh, every Saturday. We had Saturday morning cartoons, and it's so funny because we did not wake up to go to school. But when it comes to cartoons and Saturday mornings, like the CW and Fox 4, oh my God, we get up so early. It's the first episode, the time slot between 8 to 12, basically. So we got up super early, basically. And I always remember that Yu-Gi-Oh um, has this popular final spot was at 11 o'clock. So we had two episodes, 11 o'clock and 11:30, basically. For the new season, it was like an order episode. They would air it on the weeks from 3 to 5 o'clock. So we always get it at the 4 o'clock to 4:30, basically. But there was some issue. So we're gonna kind of go into a little bit of lore here. But there was an issue though because the CW for some reason didn't try to get. I'm like maybe Walter, if he knows about this, can jump in and everything. But what happened was that with the CW, that in a way, it's so interesting how they went about this. But they were the one for kids. They're the one who dubbed the Yu-Gi-Oh, the original Yu-Gi-Oh, basically. But I don't know if there was a copyright issue that was going on. Uh, I can't remember too much because there was like I was kind of confused within everything. But I'll put it this way: so when they were starting to introduce a lot of animes here to the American kids, that's why some animes like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, Kirby, what was another? There was another show. I can't remember. I think it's Ultimate Muscle. I know there was a few, but there was a few. There was a few shows that was anime, basically. But what they try to do is they're trying to get shows that was not too heavy violent, as you can say. And One Piece. Was it One Piece on 4 Kids? I don't recall. Or was it on Fox Kids? I don't know. I can't recall. But anyway, there were certain shows they managed to get that wasn't too heavily violent, basically. Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the greatest examples because they had to do a lot of censor because if you watch the Japanese version versus the American version, there are so many censor things they've done and they had to do and everything. Now, if you read the manga's totally darker. Actually, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh called Yu-Gi-Oh Zero. That's one that's way darker than the one that we got. Basically, they actually did a season on that too. Basically, so they changed a lot of it. Basically, the point is that 4 Kids own some of it. So then now that Walter mentioned that G and 5D were never dealt the last season, now I'm like, I wonder if it has something to do with that legal issue because that was the reason why that 4 Kids started to shut down, basically. Mm. Oh, you watched this? Oh my god, dude! So you did watch Yu-Gi-Oh Zero? Oh my god! Listen, I watched the. It was only a Japanese version dub, guys. You can't even watch. I mean, there are some people. on YouTube who's trying to do the English dub version, um, which I try to be patient and waiting, but dude, I just listen to the Japanese dub version, to be quite honest. But yeah, dude, like when I watched that, I was like, man, this is actually pretty good. I like this one. I wish they kind of kept this version a little bit, but it was pretty dog. I can't understand why they didn't block that physically. Yeah, I didn't know 4 Kids got One Piece. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, they got Shaman King, didn't they? Yeah, now I remember they had Shaman King. Mm, okay. Yeah, I mean, 4 Kids was a huge thing, guys. It was a huge thing for all of us. That was our to go to. It was our to go to. Oh wow, see, I didn't know about that. That's a whole different lore right there. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm Sir Walter's teaching me so many lores that I didn't know so much. ZX. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that one. Damn. No wonder they. No wonder they got pissed. No wonder they got pissed off 4 Kids. I don't blame them. That is so dumb, though. That is so dumb. Why would they do that? I don't know, man. It's 4 Kids. Four kids started making questionable decisions. Like, if I remember correctly, I know it's because they were getting. I know there was just like some issue they were having with that and everything. That's when they kind of introduced a lot of the wrestling. That's when the NXT started to come in. Oh, really? Shoot, I bet the fans for the GX like this was like, bro, what about us? Didn't didn't they had a movie? I know it had a movie with Yu-Gi-Oh and the GX and the 5Ds, if I remember correctly. Oh, did you watch the dude? I watched the new version of the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. I was crying my eyes out. It does. That's what I'm saying. Like the GX and 5D fans are like, bro, I don't blame them. I'll be pretty petty about that. Yep, beyond the oh yeah, Bonds Beyond Time. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh my god, man. Like there's so like even though I never watched it, I know about it. And that's the funny part. As someone who just, anything that mentions that Yugi Moto is in this one, I'm running and watch it. That's what I tell people. I'm a classic Yu-Gi-Oh fan here. Like I'm a die ride and die with the classic. I I won't watch too much of the new ones. I'll be quite honest. Nick in the Dark Side Dimensions. Yeah, dude, I cried with that one. I was so emotional with that one. I was so emotional. And you guys have to understand, guys. Like while we watched the last season of the Yu-Gi-Oh, when the Pharaoh went back to his back to his home and everything, it was so emotional. I remember I cried my eyes out. Basically, it's like you grew up with the character, basically. Especially when you grow up with not only with him but also with Yugi's journey on building his self confidence on him for himself and everything. And it's so funny because you can see how much he's changed because of that. I didn't see in the Dark Dimension. Did you watch the Dub Seven? Uh huh. Oh, I did, dude. The sub version for the Japan is so much better than the English version. That's because again with the English version, when the 4 Kids when they dubbed their version, so many censors. Hmm. Yeah, I remember. That was that. I mean, dude, Kaiba and the Pharaoh. That's for life, man. They were for life. That is his forever for life. People cannot say anything about that. Seto Kaiba would rather spend all his wealth and fortune just so he could continue to have a match with Pharaoh. Honestly, that's his best buddy right there. Rather he won't say it or not. His best rivalry. I heard it does. I think my problem is with me because, like me, I'm just the problem here. I'm the problem. It's just trying to get back, just trying to get past the first couple of seasons because I did heard that it does get better. I think there was even an episode where I'm not sure it was an episode, but like a maybe a filler, I guess you can say, where what was his name? Jade was his name. Jade went up against Yugi. See, I told you guys like I may not watch it, but I know of it. Anything that mentioned Yuki's Moto, I will watch it. Oh yeah, 5Ds. Oh yeah. Well, to be honest, I will give 5D this. I will give 5D this. For the 4 kids version for the 5Ds, I would say they actually had a good theme music. The one thing I'm listen, the Yu-Gi-Oh theme music is good. I'm not gonna say it was. It was good. It's a classic Yu-Gi-Oh basically. But dude, the Japanese version was especially from the last season. I know why they kept the original in there, but man, it just makes me so sad that we missed out on some good Japanese opening for Yu-Gi-Oh. But I will say the 5D's opening was really good. I will give 5D that. Like I when I hear that music, I become so obsessed with it. I actually got so obsessed with it, I had to look for it on YouTube and put it on my Spotify. I put it on my Spotify to find it. I couldn't find it. Yes, they do. So that's why I said I give them credit. They do have good they do have good beginnings to endings and all that. I will admit that. That part I will admit. All right, guys. Let's go ahead. See what we can do here. Since we went up to 15,000. Oh, do you? Dude, I'm trying to remember. Rose is the one from 5Ds, correct? Oh, okay, okay. I try to remember their name because I barely watched the show. I barely watched the show. That's why. So I try to remember like they're the one from this. I told you guys like I just mostly focus on the original one, but I would try my best to remember certain characters from certain show. Like I think let me see, was it you say okay? You say was one from 5D, and I think Jade, if I remember correctly, is the one from GX. What's the XXL? What's the name of that main character name? Because there's XL, and then there was the other one. There was one where, oh my god, they made so many Yu-Gi-Oh shows, and I'm like questioning the decision. Okay. And then Element Hero, thank you. I remember he did Element Hero. Thank you. That was when I was like, I gotta think about this. Let me think about this. Let me think about this for a second. Dude, it's been a while, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while. I was surprised at myself that I remember, I recall his name. Let's see here. I would say this though is that with this game, the fact to have that 6 flags roller coaster in here, that's crazy. And Excel, don't remember. Oh, okay then. Yeah, you see, I don't know the top of my head either. So we're okay. We don't know the top of our head either. Oh yeah, this is way too big for it. Maybe we can do something simple then, without going crazy with my budgets. Maybe this one. I'm sorry to tell you this. I don't know who that character is. Maybe I didn't pay attention. Is he the one from 5D? The one that's the blonde hair, wear the white suit. Maybe it's been a huge while, guys. It's been a minute since I watched the show. I think with the 5D, I watched like I think like the first two episodes. That was it. No, it wasn't. That's why it wasn't. Listen, I'm sorry to who's a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! XL. I apologize if you're a huge fan. Listen, nothing wrong with that. If you're a huge fan, you love it, you enjoy it, good for you. I'm just saying that coming from me who loves the original and I kind of know a little bit of more of the JX and the 5Ds. Yeah, I'm just saying that a little more memorable than the other shows. I'm so confused with the other shows. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't. Eh, that's why I kind of feel like it. I'm not trying to be mean. Like, what was it? It was like Yu-Gi-Oh with the circus. There was that one, and then there's Yu-Gi-Oh in a Cyber Chase, and then Yu-Gi-Oh XL. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm just, I'm just saying. I, okay. I mean, I guess if that's what you guys want. I mean, enjoy it. I'm just saying, just saying. I'm not trying to say anything. That's why Pokemon's still well known. I think the only time I ever cry from a Pokemon is with the last season with Ash when he finally won. That's when I cry. That's when I actually cried from Pokemon because you grew up with it for such a long time. Like I said, I might not be a Pokemon fan, but I know the original song. I grew up, listening to it. I grew up with my friends talking about it, and there are times when I do get the chance to watch a couple of episodes. I watched a couple of episodes, so I grew up with it basically. And when I saw Ash one and everything, I got so emotional. I'm like, damn, man, it took him almost 20 years. Ash took you 20 years, man. What the heck? All right, let's see here. I don't want to go crazy spending so much on the roller coaster. I mean, I guess let's see what we can do with this one. Because I kind of eye on this one, to be quite honest with you guys. Maybe we can switch it around. Maybe, maybe. If I was from the show for so far, the Monster Fighting Arc Z. Oh, so that was the name Arc Z. Thank you. Oh, really? And the V Rans. Oh, okay, so that was the name of that show. You see, I told you guys I don't recall any of those shows. Is that the one with the cyber one? I call it the cyber one because that's how I remember it's the cyber one. Like it's like I'm just waiting for Yu-Gi-Oh! Skate. I'm I'm just waiting for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Skate because I kind of feel like they're doing a lot of that. So I mean, here's to here's to that. Yeah. Do I build this here? I guess we're gonna build it here. What the heck, right? And we're gonna change this to this. Okay, that's interesting how you put it that way. With me, I'm very simple. If I don't get it, I don't get it. Interesting. Confusion to be. Mm, okay. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know about that so much. Like I said, it's just me, guys. I'm the problem. Like I said, I grew up with the original Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's kind of like harder time for me to adapt to the new version and all that. That's why I let people, enjoy the show. I mean, that's why I tell people like, man, if you love the show, enjoy it, man. Go for it, enjoy it and everything. but I don't mind listening. I'd rather people like like educate me and tell me about it and everything, because maybe there's something. Maybe they will tell me something that I'm overlooking at times, because that's always a possibility. I always tell people like I overthink things, you know. So yeah, definitely. Especially like now I'm learning. They have a different version of character. I think the funniest meme. I don't know if you recall it, but the funniest meme is the hairstyle, because Yu-Gi-Oh does have an interesting hairstyles at times. hmm Thank you. Yeah, that was yep, yep, yep. That one was kind of, I would say that show did intrigue me in a way. It did caught my interest. It was a very interesting show. I would say that much. I didn't got a chance to finish it or anything. I'm thinking about trying finishing that show, because that's the one show I can say it was interesting. There's a little bit more mystery involved, a little bit. So I'm kind of a sucker for mystery. I love it that much. Actually, guys, I have to get ready to go to bed because it's almost 11:30. I tell myself I gotta stop at 11:30. All right. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna go ahead and stop right here at right now because it's almost 11:30. I gotta get ready to go to bed and everything. Still have a little bit of tiny headache, but not too bad. That's affecting me. But listen, guys. Thank you for everyone who joined me. Sir Walter, it's always a pleasure having you, man. Because I always feel like we have great conversation. I feel like you know, I can geek a lot of stuff with you. That's the one of the coolest part when I talk with you, man. Because when you told me that you watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero, I'm like, oh my god, dude, we gotta talk about this, dude. Like seriously, yeah, man. I was so glad when I found that show. I was so happy. That was like one of my happiest moments right there. The best moment right there was when I saw that show. I'm gonna rewatch it again now. I feel like rewatching it again. But listen, guys, Sir Walter, thank you so much, sir. It's always a pleasure having you. To everyone else, thank you for watching and everything. Just real quick, guys. Again, we're twitching, game Twitch Mondays through Wednesday. I might change the time to 9:30 because it looks like that's the time where, for some reason, I'm ready to Twitch stream instead of 9 o'clock. So I might change it to 9:30. But we'll see what happens. Until next time, guys. Y'all guys take it easy. Have a good night's sleep and everything. Enjoy your weekends and everything. And Mr. Walker, Sir Walter, I hope you have a great weekend and everything. Let me know how everything go with the tabletop with your buddy and everything. I would like to hear what happened and all that. So you let me know on that and everything. Until next time, guys, take it easy. Good night. Stay out of trouble. If you're working tomorrow, I'm sorry, but we'll get through it. We're almost done. Tomorrow is what? Thursday? Yeah, we're gonna have Thursday. We're almost there. You're almost there. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy.